gotta be like 100% honest with you. Like maybe you can like watch me play one, but I'm not trying to like. I play a shit ton of deathmatch. Like I can show you my tracker. I play like a shit ton of it a day. I don't know if I'm just playing it the wrong way, but like I think it has to be that because I actually play like a shit ton of deathmatch.
So if you're just playing it and you're like, yeah, I play deathmatch, but you're not actually like focusing on what
Uh
you need to
huh.
be improving. For example, you're still crouch spraying,
Trust.
or maybe you're not. Maybe you're actually trying to tap. But then, for example, you do that in deathmatch, but when you go into comp, you're not thinking about doing that. That's a problem. Hey guys, if you like my style of teaching, you can get coaching from me on Discord. Make sure to check the description down below. And we'll basically talk about the process of VOD reviewing or coaching, and I'll let you know how I can improve your overall Valorant skill, either mechanically or in some other way. And again, if you like how this person was coached, reach out to me on Discord. Enjoy the video, guys, and peace. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Okay, so can you remind me your rank real quick?
Gold 2. I had like just lost gold 3, I think, when I was playing this.
Okay, what's your peak?
Gold 3. But
Okay.
I was originally gold 1 in October, and I stopped playing, and then I came back like when this act started, and I placed gold 2, quickly got to gold 3, and back gold 2. So it's not like I've been like gold for like ages or something. I'm kind of like barely gold, I guess.
Yeah, okay. No, that's fine, even if you were. But it's kind of impressive you placed a little bit higher. That usually doesn't happen to people in any rank. So,
I went
um,
undefeated in my placement, so maybe that was it.
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we play Jett. Do we play anything else?
I feel Reyna. I used to play a lot of Reyna, but since this like I came back, I don't really play Reyna because I had like just started Jet back then, and Reyna's a little like boring. But I know I like Flash. I play Reyna too. I'll pick up Raze on Fracture. Otherwise, those are like my main three agents.
Okay, I think that's a really good agent pool. And so, I mean, yeah, if you prefer Jett, you don't need to play Reyna, but um, this is a really good agent pool. So, is there anything you want to kind of gloss over before we start? Like, what you think you might want to focus on for this session, or what you think your primary weaknesses might be?
The one thing is this, I was like in a huge slump. I told you I was like doing with my friend that's like high plat, so like I was getting diamonds in my game. There was one day where I was going like double negative every game, and I kind of just blamed my aim because I was crouch spraying. So like right then, I'm probably like thinking about that a lot this game. My mental's like fucked. I'm in a slump. And another thing I guess is just overall, I felt like my teammates were really weird at the start of the game, so it probably wasn't calming the best.
Yeah, okay. No, I already heard that for like 20 seconds. So,
Yeah.
so you're in a duo this game?
No. I'm solo queuing this. I'm trying to
Okay.
solo queue more because I don't know. My duo is also not the most fun dude to play with, to be fair.
Yeah, that's a good thing to realize. I think solo or duo is fine, but I actually always tell people to solo maybe more.
I mean, when I was like solo queuing, I felt like it was like key fine. Like I was when gaining RR, I feel like hitting gold 3 wasn't like just doing with him. If anything, I lost more RR playing with him probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would you like to begin?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I think our buy is like exactly what I not always buy because I buy things other than the ghost sometimes as Jet. You can
Yeah,
buy
sometimes I get the frenzy
Frenzy or
depending on the
Sheriff,
set.
are
I
really good.
usually don't like
Shorty
buying the
too.
sheriff on attack. That
I
might be troll.
I think it's actually really good, mainly on Jet. Um,
Uh-huh.
because you have the dash, and it kind of depends on the map, but either attack or defense kind of just depends on your aim if you're feeling good that day,
Yeah, well, to be fair, I wasn't feeling good this day overall, so.
or if you're just comfortable with the sheriff too.
One thing I've like, this is like hard copium overthink. I like try to tense up my shoulders less when I like play these days to aim.
You mean like if you tense, you feel like you might play worse?
It's more so like I have this huge thing where my mental gets fucked up, and I notice like when I start tensing up when I'm not really make decisions, I'm just like mad tilted. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that was like partially my shoulders is like the core of that, you know, they're so tensed up. That's why I can't like
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
untense enough. It's the shoulders,
It
it's like
could
my
be
posture.
that could be like a subconscious thing too. If you're tensed up, it can make you play worse because you, you know, you're like your anger is
Yeah.
tilted or whatever.
A lot of my friends tell me like they think it's like a mental thing is my biggest thing. Cause we'll play like customs and I'll usually like play a lot better.
Yeah, let's see how we play first round.
I fucked up that jump. I usually entry there, but then I realized they already ran in. Like no need.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so here we're in a position where we're going to get the plant down. So we have dash. Everything's smoked off, unfortunately. So there's a couple places we can go,
Uh-huh.
and there's a couple things we need to worry about here. Actually, maybe like 3 things.
One would be flank because we haven't seen everyone.
Exactly is 1, yeah. And what do you think the other 2 might be?
Just
Well, I
other
guess these
than
are both
flank,
1.
they have
Yeah.
a raised nade. I guess they
Uh,
could use that for retake.
I'm just looking at
Would
these
that
2
be worse?
smokes here.
Someone could be hiding in them
Someone could run out through them at any point.
because we
So,
just saw Sova ran across. Well,
yeah.
he got killed actually, but yeah.
So the other thing here is we can position. Is we're gonna position. So we can position a couple places. Since we're already down and our brim is like 1 HP here. Obviously you might not be analyzing all that, but just saying it's a 3v4, we're down, we're planting. I would probably opt for a little bit more of an aggressive position, maybe up here somewhere.
Really?
Or maybe
Do you think
coming top site is good.
I don't know if I do this, but I was thinking maybe just stay like hugging this crate and hold heaven. I don't know if that's the best.
I don't like playing this crate because it's spammable. So
Okay.
you can play it, but yeah, it's kind of preference. You could just, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But if, for example, they have a ghost or a sheriff, you're going to be getting shot through this. I don't know if that's super common in gold. It might not be, but it's something you have to consider a little bit.
Oh shit.
We also do have the dash,
I got
so
spike.
but now we have to plant, so it's no worries.
I think I just said fuck it. At least get the money.
Good. Yeah, so careful flank here. I'd probably be reloading.
Reloading.
I'd probably be looking flank. Our position's a little awkward.
Night
Nice.
night.
Want to reload here for sure.
Last player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's something if we saw earlier, we actually could have won this round. Like right here, reload. The one thing here is our position's a little bit kind of open, meaning like someone could come flank here, someone could come up here. So trying to like position in a way that minimizes the number of angles you're exposed to, if that makes sense.
So would you have just tried to keep backside control here, or what would you have tried to do?
Personally here, I think maybe I like how you walked up here, like because this cuts off the flank, right? So what you did was good. We're just kind of for a second here in a open spot. So this is good. I like this. If we had dash, it would have been even better. If we had reloaded, it would have been even better. Here, I like how we come back, but here I'd probably... This is fine just because our breach is right here. It's just we didn't reload. But also flank still is something I'm thinking about. We just don't know if someone's flank. But pretty good.
Isn't it a little unlikely just because the Viper walled it, so if someone came flank, like, they can't see? Or,
Yeah.
well, I guess they could just drop it for them, but...
That might be what they want you to think, but again, this is gold, so maybe you're probably more right there.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah. So it's just something to think about, like, if someone's coming flank or not. Like, unless we know all 3 are there. We know that she mollied. We know that... I don't know if we
So
heard the
she's-
other 2. But
She's CT, and I don't know if that was the one. When I killed Reyna, someone else ran out. I don't know if that was a Viper just now, so...
let's see.
Well, it wasn't, because I just saw Viper killed me.
Oh, it was
I
Raze.
realized.
It was Raze. So
Yeah.
you saw Raze, and then you have Viper. So the only person that could be flanking is Jett. But that one flank could kill everyone on your team, regardless.
Yeah.
So pretty good round from you. I think if you had reloaded, it would have been a lot better.
Jett,
So here we lose. We need to more than likely be saving
stretch.
majority of
I don't want
rounds.
you to sprain an ankle at
I don't
90
know if I
miles
did
an
it, but
hour.
sometimes I go buy, like, Frenzy lately, on Ecos, just because I can still buy.
I got it.
I would recommend, yeah, here we actually have extra credits, because 1, we got the plant, and 2, you got a kill. So we can, I wouldn't recommend updraft unless you are going to like go for some kind of dash.
This is kind of troll, but a lot of times I just automatically buy all my utility second round. Like, and I
Oh,
don't use
that's good.
updrafts too often except an Icebox.
It's
'cause
good
of the
unless
NGMB.
you're going to not use your updrafts. But
Okay.
here, I would recommend buying Shorty or Sheriff, and unless you really like the Frenzy. I don't usually buy the Frenzy because into armor, which they're gonna have, it's not super great, especially at like medium to long ranges, of course. But
Yeah.
Sheriff good Jett because you can throw smokes, dash in, and catch people unexpected. Get their gun, like smoke the ground again, and then you have a pretty good chance to like kill more people. So.
That was this
So,
is like
okay, so we buy updrafts. This is fine though, cause we still have enough to buy next round. So-
Yeah.
So this is actually a little advanced. So what you're doing is actually really good. The problem here is obviously now we can't buy a sheriff. It just kind of depends. Like if you really think you're gonna use your updrafts, then you can buy them like this. But also on other characters,
Yeah.
this is good. Because a lot of people like not buy any util here because they're like, oh, but I want to buy my util next round. But you're gonna have your util next round if you don't use it. So it's good to have it this round and the next round.
I always use the updrafts on Icebox whenever we go B anyways,
just
so updraft it.
alright.
Okay, that's good. Let's see how we do it. because
I don't know if
updrafting
I
on the
can do
crate
it
is
up
really
this
good.
round.
Right here is
Yeah.
good, but yeah, you have a frenzy, so. Was that our breach?
Cutting through.
What? Why did
Yeah,
our
it was.
breach-
I didn't even.
Our breach stunned
The
through
fuck?
us.
Cutting through.
I think at the start of the game, Yori said like it's first time playing Yori. Good
Smoke's
luck.
down.
Yeah,
Stim
you had some
beacon
interesting
here.
teammates. Okay, so straight away, we want to
Smoke's
realize
didn't
how
really
many
clear anything.
things. Yeah, how many things we actually need to clear here. There's actually 3. So I am especially scared of this spot up here because I know people on my team are not clearing that pretty much ever, even in high ranks. So always just kind of glance up there, see if there's someone sitting there because I
One
know
to
the
the
dash is up
right.
there.
Don't people play lower like to the right of me, behind the crate on the left there? So wouldn't that be forward on top of the crate about? Because
Wait,
aren't they playing
where?
like so to the left right there, like in that green cubby,
Mm-hmm.
like that box? They
1,
can be there. I have to
2,
clear that. They have to
3.
be, yeah, behind that box and to the right side. People play inside there with the cover, like lower, just to the right of me. That
Yeah,
there, so
yeah,
isn't that
yeah, and then there's also one like at the tip of this crate here, like on the mini map, like
behind
right,
it or somewhere
yeah, like
else?
just right behind this big
Okay,
crate,
yeah, yeah,
right in
yeah.
front of it. Like I play there with the shotgun, it's pretty unexpected, and also yellow. But just from this side, typically these are the 3 spots here. Just
Beacon
kind of
here.
always clearing because we clear nothing here, and especially
Yeah.
at around they could be playing an aggressive angle like that.
Fake
So
teleport.
here I would actually be going into the smoke with a dash because if we wait, we're gonna lose this round. So
With eco, we have to
So
get
you-
aggressive.
Reload.
yeah, just for a kill, we don't need to like go super. I'd have actually probably gone. Oh, this is a really good spot
Three
actually.
on
So
I think
crosshair
I'm
placement
good.
here.
so far.
I think I'm just. Yeah, no, there's no way. I think it was something. I've seen some people like do this shit so that people can't see the tip of their gun. So I think I might have been trying to do that.
Oh, okay. You don't have to worry about that with the frenzy. and
Frenzy.
I don't think you have to worry about that with a normal gun either, unless it's like an op maybe or a marshal. But here, yeah. So if you're doing that intentionally, this is good. But otherwise, make sure a crosshair is placed like
Yeah,
here, because
Facing
you
them.
can actually see her. You have to flick onto her,
yeah.
like a
that's
pretty,
really bad.
a pretty sizable flick. And of course, she's just gonna
Last
kill you.
player standing.
But I would have. I see an opportunity here to. Oops.
Push up instead of
To actually go to the
sitting.
left. Yeah, either push up, but I would have
Okay.
pushed up through this left smoke here with the dash because I think it's really unexpected. I think if there's
Okay.
someone there, like if there's nobody there, first of all, we could just walk up farther, look for someone, kill them, maybe get their gun, or if not, just dash back.
Why would
Um,
you use the dash there out of curiosity? Can't you just walk into it? Like, what's the urgency that you should dash into it? Doesn't that
No,
give
no,
away
not,
that
not
you
dash, not dash. Like activate the dash.
Oh, pop
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Activate it and then walk in, and then like use it to kind of reactively.
I
so-
see.
So now we can buy. So yeah, you see, you still have enough credits to even buy more stuff because you got the plan again. So something that's really underrated on this map, I'll talk about more later if you don't go there, is mid. Mid and going kitchen are really good on this map on attack, and I notice most people on this map and on Ascent don't really go mid. So as a duelist, that's a really valuable tool to have up your sleeve.
Yeah. One thing, I know this is like something that's not true. I feel like if I don't go with the team, I'm kind of throwing as a duelist, so I don't think I touch middle a lot. I can like predict probably.
This is where also comms can be useful. Like, and you don't have to
Mhm.
be. It's not even considered lurking unless you're
Mhm.
unless you're saying you're lurking. But what I like to do a lot is come peek mid and just peek boiler, see if I can go for a kill. And this again ties into your confidence and how comfortable you are with your aim that day. So like, because if you get a kill that early, you're like, guys, wait, can someone help me fight mid? And then if you die, they trade you ideally. And then you could just leave and then come back and go A together or whatever. Or you could split it, or you can walk up on your own. There's a bunch of ways to do it. But so here, a little crosshair placement thing again.
Yeah, I watched this back and I noticed I took like a 2-day break recently. I think I was going really fast because
Yeah, it's okay. Just right here.
I noticed this. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. I know you looked up here earlier, so that's good.
Oh my god, bro. Why is so
So,
scared with
this
this?
is where we can activate our dash. Okay. Okay, I really like this actually. Check under you though. Always clear your corner. That's one. I would say it's a
Oh,
minor
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but it's kind of moderate. It's kind of important, just because like
It's a yeah.
Headshot.
okay, good job. I noticed something here. Oh, we're lagging. Alright, probably not a necessary smoke.
Spike planet.
I think I just did it because I don't want to worry about like 2 angles, like someone walking up on them.
Yeah, yeah. So you like to play this spot. So this, I just want you to realize like there's actually so many spots you can play on this site here. And I really liked where you dash. That's one spot you can play, but you had to drop because they're like coming out on you. Top sight is really good for a duelist.
I've
And
heard that actually. You can correct me if I'm wrong. This was like a video. I watched like a bunch of videos, but I heard that's like not a good spot because if they kill you like from their spawn, like you're untradeable. This is gold though, so I don't really
you
know
mean
if that
like if
matters.
they spam you through the wall?
That if I just take fights through like people in like CT, right? Like
Mhm.
no one can help me out. Like they can just get like a
Yeah,
2v1 on me.
Yeah, no, that's actually correct. Yeah,
Okay.
you're also
Do
right.
you think I need to worry about that in gold though? Like
I
realistically?
think you should. What I'm picking at here is not only here, but also how we pushed A before. Is we're kind of doing the same type of push, and we're kind of like in the same pattern of behavior.
Uh-huh.
So I want you to just experiment because even if you try it and then you die, you don't get traded. There's also an equal
Uh-huh.
chance that you do it and you get like 3 kills because you're in gold. Like we're not talking about like this is not like pro play. You know, if you don't get traded,
Yeah.
there's still a good chance you're gonna win the round here. We are up 3v2, so actually don't need to be playing aggressive right now. But I'm just trying to open your mind to like different spots you can play.
Okay.
You can even
I
come
will
over
say,
here. You
yeah, I
baby.
will say sometimes I fall victim like to just using the same exact entry things, you know, same
Mhm.
smoke, same dash.
'Cause I
So.
saw you wanted to jump up last time, but you just ran main again twice. So, but we'll keep looking at that. So here, careful
No
on your
charges
left.
left.
Careful on your left. Yeah, this is really good. I like how we dash away. We can even updraft here somewhere and kind of
Flash
hold an
out.
angle.
Trevor!
Check careful to the right. I think you're kind of unaware of where they can actually be peeking you from right now. There's a very good chance the Raze could just come out heaven or rafters and just kind of kill you. She might be down
Okay.
here, but we just don't know. So
I see what you're saying. I was gonna say, wasn't I just holding it, but it could.
One
came out.
enemy
both there,
remaining. My ult's ready.
Who's your tiptoeing?
Yep.
They're all
pretty good job. But yeah, so that's one thing is like kind of autopiloting with how you push. You're doing very good that round though. But
The
let's
crumbles, I have like a good start and slow down a lot.
Boxes and clear
you're gonna,
all this
updraft here is really good. So
Yeah, that's usually my deep. That's like the only entry I really know on this site.
one
To be honest, I
thing.
do it every time.
clear all
That's fine. You can actually do that every time. That's fine. One thing I'll say though is try to updraft before this wall, before you're exposed, because just in the case of like a Marshall, an op, or even a Vandal, if you're still running straight out while you're doing this, it's gonna be easier for them to hit you. And if you updraft
Okay.
from behind the wall, you can actually still make it.
One thing I used to do is that like
wait for me.
put a smoke there, but my friends told me I was like retarded because I'm one weighing them. So like if someone's playing
Oh,
with an
yeah.
op, they're getting fucked. So
Yeah.
Just wait for me. 'Cause,
Good clearing under here, but clear under here as well. This is probably the more common spot, honestly. Is right under you here.
okay,
Okay, good.
I don't clear into the other box.
And clear under you right here as well is another thing. It's not very common, but you should have it. And then yellow. So now we need
Go
to.
here, cutting through.
Blocking sight.
Good job.
Oh shit,
My
where's
ult's
mid?
ready.
Fuck, I tried to run.
Blasting! Spike
You guys,
planted.
Crosshair placement.
Very low, yeah.
2 should be mid.
So here, this is where I would be sitting back left yellow. So like back here on my crosshairs. This is where you really gotta learn to kind of chill out.
Hold it.
Yeah, because the reason I say that is because you see 2 of our teammates are they're pretty
Mhm.
in pretty aggressive spots. So if they both die, then where are you gonna be ideally positioned?
You think yellow is like the most important part on this site?
I think
What's
it's
the
I think it's the best one of the best places to play other than main because in higher ranks this is where people play. They'll have like 1 maybe 2 yellow and then everyone else is gonna be main. Unless there's like a duelist up here somewhere like this, but
Launching
a
smoke.
lot of time that's not.
back up.
gonna
You're not
happen.
really tradable.
That's a good calm. You can also move up with him here.
I think I'm trying to like hold the cross like key.
Yeah, I think our position's kind of not great here. I think you're trying to watch if someone's gonna sneak through the smoke here, which is not bad, but yeah, we forget this angle. And that's why I think if you came back, we could actually watch through the smoke here from just farther back. And this is again a spot where you can be spammed. So you like to play around boxes that can be spammed a little bit.
My bad ones.
I can kill him when he's
It's all
done.
good,
One
though.
enemy remaining. Just
Okay, so Okay, let's see. What are we doing?
I think I pop knives.
Thank
I'm
you.
not the best with knives. I'm gonna be honest.
No, you can't.
Sometimes I
You
kind of
can't.
like hang on to them
I have,
until like I'm broke
I
as
have a
shit,
lineup.
or if I want to buy an op, which I usually don't on attack. But
You
I
can't.
notice sometimes like streamers, high like really good Jets, will have a Vandal one round. It'll be
I
the
have a
clutch,
lineup
and
in
they'll just pop them just to pop them.
Yeah,
So
you should always use knives as soon as you get them, and not wait. Because if you think about it, if you're waiting to use knives until you're broke, then that means you're wasting like potential ult charge. So to maximize the amount of credits you actually have, you should pop knives straight away and like save up credits as soon as you get knives. Even
do you
if you
think it's
suck with them.
bad? I'll use defense because I actually do up on defense when I can. Do you think it's bad to like save him for that purpose, just so I can save one round and opt the next? Like everyone's using Vandals, I'm gonna buy this and then I can opt next round.
Wait, can you rephrase that?
So let's say on defense, because if I want to opt, do you think it's bad to just save them until like save them like round 3? I'd use them just so I can opt next round.
No, that's good. That's how you should. That's
Okay.
how you should do it.
Got
If you
you.
have them run through, yeah.
He darted
But
this
here
last
we
time,
should not
so-
buy
Yeah, he
it.
does
We
it
should not buy
every
Vandal, and we should just use knives.
Time, good call.
Okay.
Because even if you suck, like then that's something you're gonna need to get better
Yeah,
at in practice. You can practice that in the
tried.
range.
Yo, you're.
Yeah, I updraft and try to shoot a bunch.
I think we gotta make noise usually or something.
So yeah, like here, it's completely okay to go for a peek mid. You don't have to. You can do this, but we're also not watching anything. At least probably be
Yeah.
watching under tube if you're gonna stay all the way back
Never mind,
here.
They started B.
But you're kind of doing pretty well against these guys. So I mean, you can go for peeks. Like unless you're getting completely destroyed, then you kind of chill out.
Handle this.
But we basically haven't done anything so far this round. Kind of wasted 15 seconds.
Do you think it's also bad I'm like so far back, like, cause duelists like
Yeah, but I also don't. I
everyone's
don't
in
know.
front of me.
I don't know if you knew what. I don't think we knew what the plan was. So,
Right side.
but now this is actually good because our yours is going ult in first.
Stim beacon down.
I would definitely pop knives this round. Okay. I like these dashes.
Spike down A.
Oops.
I really like the dashes. This is a good spot here.
Still.
Okay, so we always default back to the same spot.
Yeah.
And have it.
I think it's just my default spot to like hold back sight, kind of.
And also just crosshair placement, crosshair placement, crosshair placement, crosshair. Like I say this a lot, but it's really important. So if you want to get, like you said earlier, better aim, I would recommend just going to deathmatch and really practicing crosshair placement. Like right here, right here is already working. Right here.
One thing I'll say that's kind of cope. I know it's never like my raw aim, because in Valorant, raw aim genuinely like 0% matters. It's kind of just like my movement with my aim, because I kind of aim with my movement a lot. And crosshair placement is like 100% of it.
Yeah, I think you also have been crouch spraying quite a bit. So that's
Yeah,
another
that
good
was
thing.
one reason why I was like coping about my aim, because in Diamond when I was playing against the Diamonds, it doesn't really work out too often. They just headshot you.
Decoy.
Yeah, I would just recommend maybe even unbinding crouch if you find yourself with that problem. Here, this is bad because we're like lining up with our Yoru.
Screen drafters.
And this is why this spot's bad. If he spams
No
you,
charges left.
probably not going to though.
Oh shit, 40.
Screen still has a stinger.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, we can fight this guy because he has a stinger right now. He's probably gonna. Isn't he stuck on the right?
There you are, little shit.
So just again, this position, we kind of do everything the same, except I really like the dash. That was different. A couple things you can do different is you can go belt. You could take the rope across to top site. You can go pipes, like you tried to do first round when you jumped. Those are all things you can do to make this a little different. And then you can also position in different spots. So like you can play around this area, but just try to think where else would be useful, and I can show you if you want. But good shots here. Well played. So this is where I would just toss someone a gun and pop knives again still. Just because you
I don't think I do for sure, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's okay.
Hey, y'all
So
wanna
what do you
take
say?
it?
Take B.
See, dude.
So wait, take this is where you hit tab, see if your breach is close to ult. And then if not, it's kind of weird. I feel like breach on this map's kind of weird. And so is brim. But we could see if, so basically I'm just saying if breach is close to ult, we can grab orb for him.
Stay safe.
And he can just ult it and we can run in.
Yeah. Good. This is how I wanted you to updraft, yeah. Good.
Yikes.
Clearing out.
This is you could do this every round if you want, honestly. Like this is completely fine.
Okay. This is like the only entry I know, and like The way it's conditioned is like sometimes I'll dash to,
Time to jump. Stim beacon here.
Two armor.
I don't know what it's called, but the belt right there, the rope. Sometimes I'll dash into there.
Top site.
Time to jump.
Yeah, I know how to do that at least.
Also, I like the first part here, but I don't think that always gliding across the yellow here is good because there's gonna be a lot of scenarios like the last time where there's gonna be someone top side or back here, and this is gonna get you killed. I know that for a fact. So I don't think going up here is always gonna be good unless you use your dash to get on there a little quicker. Is it even possible?
This gonna be
Party's
huge.
over.
Well, the reason I
Dash
save
is
it, I'm gonna be real. I watched like a YouTube video. I didn't like think through the logic of this, and it just said do this, and you can also like dash into their top set. You need the dash to do that.
No charges left.
Oh, okay.
I think
This
I
is
just
fine.
for this.
This is kind of unnecessary, given.
Oh shit. Okay. One is
One
is
enemy
fine.
remaining.
He's like,
Cooking.
I think I'm just lost right now.
he's
Remaining.
like,
Cooking.
Yeah, that's okay. I think you thought the other guy was here. That's okay though. The reason I say it's unnecessary is because it's 5v2 in that situation, and this is how you can very easily lose rounds, especially when you have confidence and you're like 7-2 or now you're like 9-3 or whatever, and you're doing really well. But look at the scoreline. We're actually not. It's actually pretty close.
Yeah, we're not
so-
out. I think it was an overheat for sure. I think I probably like I just saw I could like do this and just wanted to try it out.
Yeah,
Probably type
So
of
I want to
thing.
see if we keep doing that because again, this is something I always am finding, and people around your rank, and even people that are like high rank, is you just kind of repeatedly do the same sort of entries or the same things, even if it's not entries. Let's see how we push into A here. It's not that like again, I said the first updraft on B is good. That's more of an exception though. So
Is that just because it's like no one's gonna shoot you out the air right there type
yeah,
deal?
it's like because there's only really one way
It's
to go.
such a narrow, yeah.
But also it's good to go to the left inside of garage if you know what that is.
Uh huh.
Right here. And
The
then come
other,
out there.
yeah.
That's another good way to go. But yeah, updraft because you don't have a lot of other places to use updraft. So.
Get out of my way.
Ooh, okay.
whoa.
This is actually a good example of where you might consider going mid.
Our carrier's dead.
Wait, the Raze was still alive.
I
Spike
think my-
down
Or-
A.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe I should have just went up instead of trying to hold for a flank.
Oh, they don't have guns.
Blinding.
I think we should have confidence here.
Last player stand.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to seen you fight a little earlier here. Either like ask your team now to rotate, but we don't, so
Our
we
carrier's
lose spike here.
Wait, the Raze was still alive.
Or
Spike down.
peek faster here because we have dash and it's 2v4, so we need to make something happen somehow.
You just think wide swing it, take
Yeah,
two
wide
bullets.
swing. Look for a kill and then dash away. Even if you don't get a kill, at least try for it. Whereas here, we're kind of
A.
waiting for a few seconds.
Yeah, I told her.
Eat a dart, unfortunately. Here, we could have definitely killed both of those guys. Because I think one had a stinger, one had a judge. But
You think I just need to be more aggressive with it?
Blinding.
in this scenario, yeah. Because yeah,
Last player
they just kind of
standing.
cooked us. We definitely could have killed all those
120
three
silver,
guys.
80 raise.
They're gonna ace. No, okay.
Got the spike.
Oh. Yeah, that was a pretty winnable round though from you, I think. So here again, just we need to pop knives. Knives are actually
Yeah.
better than a vandal if you're good at them. And if you're not good at them, that's where you want to kind of you could go into the
Improve.
range. I would recommend like updrafting in the range and kind of flying around hitting headshots. It's really I think the reason you might be kind of not as good with knives is because you spray a lot with the vandal. So
Yeah.
you need to think of the knives as like every knife is a one tap to the head
Uh-huh.
or three body shot, which is actually not really that hard to hit. Headshots can be a little more difficult, and it can be definitely difficult whenever you're updrafting or floating around. But that doesn't mean it's really hard or impossible to even just get a few kills. So just go for it. Like just see it as an opportunity.
Yeah.
To save money too.
I've been a little bit better, but I'm trying to break the crouch spray because, like, actually, like, it's like my headshot percentage is like the lowest it's ever been in a while. I'm pretty sure.
Headshot percentage, I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest with you, because it also depends on your enemies and how they play and a lot of things. So
All right.
it can matter a little bit, but I don't like the idea of like focusing on it and then like, oh, my headshot percentage is low, so I'm worse
I mean,
than I was.
The main thing is when it's like 9, 14, and I'm like barely seeing any games because I used to get around like 17 to 20 every game. It's kind of I don't know. It feels like ugly. I feel like I'm just spraying people down rather than trying to aim.
You are spraying a lot,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Like if you were to take an iron player who has like an insane headshot rate and then a radiant player
Uh-huh.
has like half
Yeah.
the headshot rate, that doesn't really mean anything. So
I think it's
That's
just
kinda
like
my
when
point.
I decide to spray, right? Because if I watch any pro, they're gonna like spray their ass off.
They'll spray occasionally, yeah, depending, especially if using a phantom. But they're also just kind of better. So
Yeah, that too.
but I think you should learn control first instead of trying to spray. Like unbind crouch a little bit if that's something that interests you. Try tapping. That's gonna help you with knives as well.
Battle. Easy.
Here
Uh-huh.
we should be looking to pop an ult with someone like breach ult or raise ult or brim ult or something here, and
Concussing.
then run with it. I'd like to see you go up top here. Yeah, good.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon down.
Satchel out.
Oh,
Plant the spike.
you can like
Fully
float there.
smoked. Stim beacon down.
Satchel out.
You could glide.
Plant the spike.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm fucking it up so much this game. That's like my default entry usually on this site.
I would just recommend playing deathmatch honestly, because the crouch spray is like so like, whenever you get out of this habit, you're gonna just go straight to plat. I'm not even kidding. Like this
think?
yeah, this because
Can,
this
can I be like 100% honest with you? Like maybe you can like watch me play one, but I'm not trying to like. I play a shit ton of deathmatch. Like I can show you my tracker. I play like a shit ton of it a day. I don't know if I'm just playing it the wrong way, but like I think it has to be that because I actually play like a shit ton of deathmatch.
yeah, I think there, because like, so it depends kind of what you're focusing on when you play. So if you're just playing it and you're like, yeah, I play deathmatch, but you're not actually like focusing on what you need to be improving. For example, you're still crouch spraying, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're actually trying to tap. But then, for example, you do that in deathmatch, but when you go into comp, you're not thinking about doing that. That's a problem. So that's one example.
Okay, here's one thing that isn't it like bad to think about your aim when you're playing?
If you're focusing on it overly, yeah. But it's good to
Okay,
like,
maybe-
because like aim will eventually become second nature. Like crosshair placement, you don't need to like think about it that much. Maybe
I do
for
try to think
corrections,
about
but-
it in DMs. I will not. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm very disciplined. Like, oh, I clear every rat angle. You know, I don't pull my knife out when I'm like 90% sure someone isn't there and just say fuck it. But
I'm not. I'm really, what I'm talking about here is just like the muscle
Yeah.
memory that you want to build.
yeah,
So because like here, this should just be a very clean one tap or couple round two to 3 round burst on this guy, and then just no crouching. So it's kind of like, instead of your go-to being crouch spraying, your go-to should be tapping here, because this guy's running
Okay.
he's running in a straight line. He's kind of, I feel like, pretty easy to hit. Whereas here we kind of just disadvantage ourselves by spraying.
we're praying.
And if you're gonna spray, like go phantom, bro, because phantom's
Yeah,
No charges
Phantom's
left.
Very
kind of better than
forgiving.
Vandal, and medium ranges. So,
Decoy.
and so if you're gonna spray, you might as well just go Phantom anyway. But I would recommend using Vandal to learn tapping. This position's kind of like, yeah, this position's kind of awkward just because
Expose the two angles.
yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah, just 2 angles. I think there's just a lot of spots we could play here that are.
I'm also very low, so
I also like to go up where this Yoru clone is. Yeah, if you weren't as low, you could play up where the Yoru clone is. But like you said, that is kind of aggressive. But again, just kind of getting in that mindset of experimenting a little bit. We do win the round. Let's see what we do here.
You don't push up yet.
Oh my.
yeah.
So this is where you should tell your team, rotate, rotate, rotate. There's 3. Go away, go away, go away. And then it should actually be a fairly free plant at least. So
Would
one
you
thing-
say the ideal play here would be to smoke it off and try to dash back after I call that?
after, oh, no, I mean,
Oh yeah, when I notice like the 3.
you're probably dead here, regardless.
Okay.
But
Okay.
just as soon as you see that there's 3, try to
don't
ask
push
them to
up.
rotate as quickly as you can. One thing here though is, I would have kept shooting at the Jett instead of trying. This is something again that you can actually train in deathmatch
Yeah.
because, like, who you shoot at, for example. In this case, I would keep shooting for the person that you've already damaged. But in the case of deathmatch, if there's 2 people and one person's looking at you, the other person's not, who are you gonna shoot at?
Person looking at you.
Yeah. And so that's something that deathmatch can train, but just for simplification, I would say just really emphasize crosshair placement and seriously like consider unbinding crouch and really emphasize like tapping and bursting with the Vandal, and then make sure that you're actually transferring that into comp, and that will make just kind of like a massive difference over time. Because I know you could play a bunch of deathmatch and it feels like you're not making any progress,
Yeah.
but there's probably a reason for that. So Because deathmatch absolutely works. I think it's one of the best ways to train mechanics and aim. So we're finally popping knives. It's definitely a bit late. We could have already had like our third set of knives
Yeah,
by
it's
now.
round 9.
But
Yeah.
it's all good.
Handle this.
Nice.
Nice.
Second
Probably
updraft.
should have just dropped, right?
Yeah.
Stim beacon here.
You can dash because you can now dash updraft. So this is top 410 or top screens are both good places to go here with the knives or with your dash. And just in general, like we could take the rope across, come up top 410. You'll see a lot of pro duelists come up here, and kind of just look for kills initially. Even though it seems like you're extremely exposed, it can actually be good to catch people off guard. Because whenever you're coming out from screens, you're not probably thinking about people being up here. If you can put yourself in that in those shoes.
No charges left.
And then also up here, and especially on defense, this is one of my favorite spots to play. We'll talk about defense spots later. I think I have a lot more spots I can show you on defense here. And then we pick up the Vandal. Nowhere to run! Yeah, just
Spike planted.
build the confidence with the knives. For
Yeah.
Sure. So here, this is where we could actually kind of back up and watch flank if you wanted.
Uh-huh.
Or if we're really coordinated, which we're not going to be because this is gold.
Yeah.
You could push forward here all together and then kind of wrap around, but that's kind of
Spotted me.
probably not going to happen. So again, kind of just doing the same thing.
112, like.
Again, spraying, just spraying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of asked to die there.
Like here, yeah, either don't peek. This guy's a very free kill, but we just kind of spray. But here, one tap, one tap, one tap.
12, like.
One tap, one tap, one tap, one tap.
Yeah.
Last
I guess
player
I need to
standing.
just. I mean, when I'm in the range, I do it, but I need to play a deathmatch board where it's 2 bullets strafe, 2 bullets strafe, 2 bullets strafe, 2 bullets strafe.
Yeah, and then like after you get a kill there as well, you don't have to kill everyone, right? We're on defense
Yeah.
for a reason. We're not on defense, but we're defending the spike for a reason. Like even if because we're just down, so it's actually pretty good to be peeking here because you're at a number disadvantage. So if it was instead 4v2, it'd actually be not good for you to really peek here.
Yeah.
Because you're just kind of giving them chances. But
112.
here, if we can even just kill one, they keep lining up for you too. This is where knives can train you to go for the head too, because knives are best at getting it for the head.
Last player
I mean,
standing.
Yeah.
most guns are, except for shotguns.
Best.
At least we got a kill with the knives though. And this is where again,
What am I doing?
yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah,
trying to buy
sometimes
for
I
Knight's
always
bonus.
split.
No, that's fine. That's
We,
fine.
Yeah,
I'll
we
split
just
you.
default.
This is where knives could be useful too. Like if you had built that second pair of
Yeah.
knives up, you could just buy full armor and save for next.
Yo,
This
guys,
is fine. This is fine. Yeah. I like
guys, watch this peek mid. Just let me do my thing, alright?
this. I would just swing with them.
Oh,
We should have
I
done
think
this
it's-
much
it's-
earlier.
okay.
I think he
now
just
we
gets
all
his
know
head
that.
ripped off, but
Decoy.
It's gonna work. Trust.
Fake teleport.
Oh shit. 80,
Yo,
come on.
Raze, you suck.
Okay, I like this a lot. Careful, because you're gonna be exposed to the right here.
yeah.
Not from
this is-
boiler, but also like right here where my mouse is.
This is something I rarely ever do, but so my cross like I'm not comfortable with this angle. I'll say that, so that's why it
Yeah.
looks a little.
I would recommend going up to the left side of the wall here and just kind of hugging it. And the mistake that you make here is you're exposing yourself to too many angles far too quickly, which is something that you do occasionally, which is a bad
Yeah.
habit. I think you do it with just out realizing, but like right here, exposed to this angle, you're exposed to the bottom right. You're exposing, so like right here, if you didn't come all the way
Yeah.
up, because they hear you updraft, so they know you're gonna be up here, but you can take,
Yeah.
you can kind of like dissect this
Isolate
guy.
it.
You can kind of be surgical about it instead of, you know, yeah, isolate the angles instead of coming up really quickly.
Spotted B. Touching smoke.
Okay, winnable? No, okay. We're playing good, but we've fallen off a little bit. You haven't got a lot of kills as much as you
Yeah,
have.
it kind of is a story. I started off hot and mellowed down a lot.
I think that just playing for kills is extremely useful instead of always trying to like take sight initially is a really useful kind of way to swap things up as a duelist.
Deep.
So instead of like trying to dash up here all the time, you could just run out yellow looking for a kill and then come back if there's no kills to be found.
Launching smoke.
Get out of my way.
Clear under you again. Nice shot.
Stay down.
Let's do this again.
Do you think when I'm like not trying to play fast, that peak like my crosshair placement isn't the worst? Out of curiosity.
You mean like when you're playing slower?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
feel
that's just
like
kinda how it is for anyone really, because you're being a
Okay.
little more patient.
Stay
Okay.
down.
Yeah, like it's okay. You don't. I mean, how much time do you have, right? Like we don't need to play it in the
A
next
minute
10
20.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can like jiggle peek. Jiggle peeking is something that I would like to see more of you do, or like to see you do more of.
Come to my
Uh-huh.
world.
I feel like some of these smokes. I feel like this is not bad, but I feel like some of your smokes are not fantastic. But I'm glad to see that you're actually trying to use your smokes. Yeah.
Come to my
Um,
world.
I don't. Floating here is not good for this long. We float for extra long.
Yeah. I could have just dropped on the box
Yeah.
a lot earlier.
And I just don't
I'd,
like. I don't think coming up here is very good, to be honest. I think it's good. It's like a couple or 2-3 rounds throughout the half, but like doing it every time is basically what you've
Uh-huh.
done. Is not
Out of
great.
curiosity, why is that smoke bad? Because the way I think I'm looking at it is our controller should have that smoked, right?
Mhm.
I'm trying to take a fight snowman, I think, so I'm not trying to worry about that angle.
No, I'm not saying that one's bad. I'm just saying.
Overall, okay.
Yeah, like, cause like the ones you threw on A site on the planter, I would consider not to be the greatest.
Yeah,
And then also
necessary.
like I think you throw like a couple of one ways that maybe aren't the greatest. Like, so like there's one way smokes, but there's as a Jett player you have to have really good timing because smokes don't last for very long. So you have to be throwing them whenever like you think the enemies are about to be coming out. So unfortunately
Okay.
you died there. But also like the smokes you're doing are not necessarily like bad, most of them. It's just you could be throwing some that are a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
So we play B. This is very interesting because I always recommend stacking A as a Jett player here. You can swap around to B occasionally, but I would recommend playing A the majority of the time because in my experience of playing this map, like I'm not kidding, I feel like probably 75%.
People hit A.
Yeah, 75% of the time people go A. Like even in lower ranks, this happens. So could they go B? Yeah, but so yeah. So yeah, just
Oh,
bite the
shit.
bullet and start A. Get comfortable with A because if you don't know how to play A later on as you get better, you're gonna lose this map just because you can't play A. Not saying you can't, but
Smoke's down.
you need to be like extra good at it.
I will say I like B
Andrew, I'm
more.
ready.
No charges
Nice,
left.
nice.
Spike.
Go up top site here. Top site here is extremely good. I like how you try to throw the smoke. So take the rope right here is really good. I don't think they're gonna be
Peek
expecting
right
it.
now.
No charges left.
Spike down A. Last player
That's unlucky.
standing.
Yeah, I don't think
One
they'd actually
enemy
expect
remaining.
that. Cool.
That.
Good try.
As long as I, go up silently, right?
Yeah. It's just this is actually extremely good. Like we were talking about it on it's probably not as good on attack, but it's good initially on attack when you're just looking to get like that one kill and then kind of back up.
Uh-huh.
But on whenever you're trying to retake, it's really good because people are not like thinking about that, especially after you made so much aggression on the left side of site, on back site.
People don't think you're looking for a fight.
Yeah, like they don't think you're about to be coming up there. And they're probably not gonna be looking there. So this is a pretty decent spot. This is where I like to play. I would play up a little bit closer first. I'll be playing up against this wall first. I think it's a little easier to play here with Arena or as Arena because you have the dismiss, which is kind of a lot easier.
Yeah.
But here, this is fine. But I feel like if you start here and you come back, you can kind of play around the area you are now, after you already got a kill from up here. And then
Yeah.
also be careful of this up here. Like they're
Yeah,
up here
I
and
think
up here.
that's why. I think I was trying to play more of an off angle, and also I don't like worrying about like above me because I know I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't be worried about above me if I was playing right here. I don't think that they're gonna be like, because even when I come up here, I sometimes neglect clearing directly below me, as you have as well this game.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's
Yo,
just
can
something
you
to
guys hear
try.
me?
Yeah.
Good job. This is where if we hear them running up, we could activate the dash. We should try to get out, but it's kind of hard. Definitely activate your dash here though.
Smoke's
Yeah.
Pretty good job.
down and out.
Wait, could we have had a smoke?
Too close.
Smoke.
I don't know. Could we have had a smoke? Yeah, we could have.
I'm not sure. Oh, we could have.
Yeah, we could have had one smoke, and then.
Yeah, I didn't
but
buy one.
You're too low anyway, so it
Wonder.
doesn't really matter. But yeah. So good kill
Any
though.
play?
We're actually gonna win. Yeah.
We got.
Good job. So I like that we're coming in now. So a couple of
Wait,
spots that like some of my favorite spots to play here are close left. So you're gonna notice I start pretty aggressive on this map because I like to think of it in terms of like lines of defense. So you can think of any map like this on defense. As a duelist, especially just particularly as a duelist.
Out of curiosity, just stop. Sorry to stop you.
No, you're good.
Maybe I'm giving too much respect to gold players, but isn't left like a guaranteed like they're gonna clear that?
No,
Because like that's like
no.
the first thing I think about clearing that. Whenever I hop on top of the like whatever it's called pipes, that's the first thing I try to clear.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go back and show you an example of where you ran up. Okay, we're at 2140.
Right side.
Okay.
Left
Fully
shield.
smoked.
Oh, but yours did run up
Dim
this
beacon
time.
down.
Like right here, you see nobody on your team is clearing it.
Right side.
Even though, like, I don't think your even cleared actually. Let's just look at the minimap. He's ulting in.
Oh, one is
He sees the
oh,
right now.
right side.
He doesn't clear the right. So if there is someone there, he doesn't see them.
Left
Fully
shield.
smoked.
Okay. I
Dim
see what
beacon
you're
down.
saying.
You don't clear the right. Brim doesn't clear the right. There's probably another example of this. Just to kind of emphasize.
Yeah, I probably don't clear it here.
No, nobody clears it. I don't, like
Oh
people
my
in high ranks don't even clear it
God, bro.
until you're playing there.
Where's on screen? What is
So here,
Sorry.
you are looking in this direction, but if someone's right here right now, you're dead. So
Yeah.
like you might be
Oh
you might be
my
able to
God.
see them, but you're not actually like
Where's on screen? What is
expecting them there.
Uh
So 21.
My crosshair's not there.
So okay, so yeah, that's one of my favorite spots to start. Again, that's not a spot that you play like every round, but that's a spot you
Yeah.
play twice or three times in a half, because you're gonna play it like first round, pistol round. I always play it. I get like 1 or 2 or even 3. Come back to behind 410 right here, like dash back or dismiss back from there, and just play around here. You can get like a bunch of kills. Back sight is always
You
good.
guys can save and then we can.
Always good on this map.
So.
Wait, we're saving?
I think it's because my team's eco is kind of
Okay.
weird, so I just kind of
Not
play with
so.
them.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they're actually gonna go B because they lost A. So
Fake teleport.
we'll talk more about A later. I think knowing how to play A is really important on this map, though. Gun out, gun out, gun out.
Yeah, I think I'm trolling here.
You float around a lot as well. Like, floating around's not good unless you have knives. Like right here, if someone peeks, you need to be ready.
Yeah.
Not only is your knife out, but you're floating. So if you had your gun out, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, it's kind of a minor thing.
94
Oh
raised.
my God.
Just crouch spray just to
Yeah.
be aware.
Spike
Just-
planted.
Here I'd be moving up. Oh. I wonder what happened there in your head.
Spike
Just-
planted.
It was a really bad peak, yeah.
I would have just committed.
Really?
Yeah.
With the Spectre?
Spike
Yeah. That guy's a
Sure.
stinger.
planted.
You guys don't have guns either. They force, I think, stingers.
100 rain, 100
them.
raise.
Yeah. So like here, I'd like to see like more confidence from you. Like
Just-
here, right after I kill this guy,
94
right here,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
reload, activate my dash, and start scaling up here. Again, this is a 2v3. Like, you can't.
We have
I
to
mean,
get aggressive.
Yeah, like our Yori has a marshal. If we're winning this round, it's gonna be because of you. And so like if you let them kind of
Jett.
push you back here, and so like you see this guy like.
Planted.
Again, I would be activated. I would have already activated dash because you know he planted right there. We know that there's 2 duelists. They could be close. They turns out they are. So good to have that. But here, if we let him push us back, we're kind of now just in not a good position.
100 rain, 100 raise.
And now we're playing too far back. I think we're gonna be struggling with time here, for sure. We reload a lot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be struggling with time.
Last player standing.
Good try.
Yeah, I knew Reyna was there too, I think. Because
I'd-
she'd been playing there the entire time.
I would expect A now.
B.
They're gonna go B. Yeah, that makes sense because they just won B. But I always expect A. Like I've trained myself. So again, crosshair placement here.
Yeah, these are some really bad peaks. I'd die if anyone was actually there. I'm slow peeking it.
Yeah, that as well. Actually, that's true. Like so, like you can slow
Slow
peek up to
peeking it.
here, but then start to slowly jiggle out
Uh-huh.
because like they could be right behind here. So jiggle.
I'd be
But-
dead, yeah. I'm
but
preempting
also-
everything, so walking.
But you're also looking at the corner of the wall. So
Uh-huh.
this is where deathmatch like. It's
Yeah.
not like you play one deathmatch and then it's better. It's like a gradual process of improving. It's just your
Uh-huh.
brain. It's how your brain.
Is it just being conscious about it you think is 100%, like 100% focused on it?
Yeah, well, like I said, eventually it will require very, very little of your consciousness. But right now, it's like learning a new skill. Like for example, if you like learn an instrument or something, you can't just play it like automatically without thinking about it. You
Yeah.
have to have you have to put all of your focus on it. And so right now you need to put like, not all of your like in deathmatch you can put almost all your focus on it, and then put the rest on like tapping. But in comp, there's more things you need to focus on. So that's why deathmatch is used for like focusing on this, so that we can think about it less in comp.
Do you think a lot of these mechanical errors are like what keep people in goal? Like, do you think if I fix these like today, like somehow I'd be in plat pretty easily?
If you had really good crosshair placement and really good peeking, I think you'd be like diamond or ascendant.
You think that's all it takes?
Yeah, diamond and
Really?
ascendant are not like high elos. They're still kind of low elos. Most people in high ranks would agree with that.
Interesting.
A lot of what differentiates you from higher ranks is simply that, but also like there's multiple ways you can reach higher ranks, right? Like there's a lot of people,
Yeah.
not a lot. There's some people in Immortal that have not very great aim, but are very good team players. They're very good with their utility and how they position. They're very good with comms and keeping people like, having good morale. But they're not the best mechanical players. But you can also, there's a lot of people that are just really good at, like, they don't say anything. They're not really team players, but they're just so insane at the game and getting kills that
Other kills, yeah.
it doesn't really matter. So, and that's where you're probably going to be since you're Jett. That doesn't mean you can't be a good team player, though, as well. Okay, I really like this. I really like this. I do this play. I do this play occasionally. So, notice, they have no sentinels.
Yeah.
Do we think they're going to be here? Probably not. Gun out, gun out.
Do you think that? Yeah. Do you think I stopped like slow walking?
I think
Just
you
'cause,
should
like,
have
the team's
stopped
not
solo walking.
numbers?
I think you should have. I think you should have ran like. Out of, if you want to figure out if you should start running, you should ask your brim how many you're pushing up. But right here, I would start running a little bit. Yeah, right here I would run for just a little bit. I'd probably run until about like right here, and then start walking. Because now there's actually a chance that someone's watching flank. Is it likely? Probably not, because their team's dying, so they're probably shifting their attention forward and forgetting about the flank. So the quicker you flank, probably the more advantage you're going to have whenever you actually get there. But I think the flank is really good here.
In my mind, as soon as like I heard bullets, like I could probably have just ran, focused on other things.
Yeah, because bullets also mask sounds, so if I had to guess, there's probably nobody looking at you right now. Yeah,
120 silver.
everyone's probably on their team looking
Raze
forward.
is behind.
Bro,
Last
what the?
player standing.
Walk. Okay. So this is something you could fix a little bit here. Just in general, like whenever, so this is unfortunate. It's kind of their fault for dying right here. We don't really need to all be peeking. Like here, you could be saying, guys, can you wait for me to flank? I have a good flank. Wait for me.
Raze is
That's what I would say.
behind.
Bro,
Last-
what?
And then here, I wouldn't start running as soon as you die. This actually does happen pretty often to people, because you kind of panic. You're afraid your teammates are going to be upset at you, or something maybe, or you're just like afraid that the round's going to be over. But you're still in a very good position, and I think you should try to take your time here until they actually look back and see you.
Player standing.
Because you probably have another 5 or 10 seconds until this guy starts looking at flank, to be honest with you, because we're in gold. So killing this guy straight away is maybe not the best play. I think we could scale all the way up to like right here, and then wait until someone looks back at you, kill them, kill the planter, and now it's a 1v1, or maybe you just kill all three, right? Whereas now you kill this guy, and they're both going to be looking at you, and so it's going to be much harder to win.
One down. Watch this.
Okay, I like this. Could be
I think I
yellow,
whiff
probably
every
yellow.
knife. But yeah, Raze comes behind yelling. I think I whiff everyone.
Yeah, that's okay. Again, it looks really bad, but it's really not. The reason that we don't kill him is because we're shooting. It's just like what you do whenever you crouch spray. You're just trying to go so quickly. Shooting quickly does not equate to more kills. Shooting quickly is going to probably equate to more inaccuracy. Because how many knives do you need here to kill him?
2, 3.
One.
3. Well, one.
One is the answer. Yeah. Three is also. It's like the backup answer, yeah. But always try to think about one, because like that's gonna help
Do
you.
you think it's
focus on
bad
getting
to
slower.
like do the second updraft? Because after the first one,
Yeah.
they're probably looking up.
Yeah, I think so, because
Down.
it's kind of like. It's also just kind of harder to hit them, because you have to.
As soon as I pop the knives, they're probably even thinking like, oh, he could updraft, because that's like what a lot of Jets just do.
I don't think they're thinking that, to be honest. I don't think they're thinking about the updraft, but because they already know you're here. I do like the first updraft. I just think the second updraft does make it a little bit harder for your crosshair placement, because
Uh-huh.
there's like it's kind of makes it because you're just so much higher than we're there. But so here we can still win.
Rather get 2 than calm that.
Oh, they're upset.
All you need is one. Make the comp.
I would have. So here some of my favorite spots to play here are just walking down tube straight away, and then playing close right here. If you think they're gonna go mid, and then if they don't, you can come under and peek, and see if there's anyone there. Just look for a kill.
We win the round.
So here I would just insta rotate A.
You
Good.
don't understand.
Good. If they go B, we can just retake.
I was not in that
Because there's
position.
no way we're probably gonna be holding that alone anyway. So it's good to just stack up
I
on
guess
A.
you, man. It does get to you sometimes.
This is where you can mute the clowns on your team if you want. You don't have to. Here, I would walk up because you have a Spectre, so it's okay to walk up here because you have the dash too.
Spike down A.
Crosshair
I think the
placement.
mindset, my idea was like,
We got
because the
spikes
raid's on
on
top of there, the only thing I can get is like long
You don't
range
need to
duels,
take a
which are
fight.
favorable.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I think I just didn't do that because I had a Spectre, and I'd have to like expose myself to Cat, or yeah, whatever that's called. Sorry.
You mean like where
Reloading.
they shot
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Spike is on.
Yeah,
Actually, don't think you would. The reason I say you can
Oh,
actually walk up
smoke.
here, yeah, because the smokes, and then also
Yeah.
that's why I want you to come up here because it's smoked, so you can, if someone comes to the smoke, you actually kind of have an advantage with the Spectre
Down
compared to like a
A.
normal gun.
Reloading.
We got spike it's on.
Here, yeah, we shouldn't take a fight like you said. Which is really good that you said.
We don't need to take a fight. We don't need to take a fight. We have numbers.
Flash out.
Reloading. Enemy spotted A.
I feel like the burst flash.
Yeah, they
One
get a little
enemy
bomb
remaining.
So here, don't really push. He's gonna have the spike. Crosshair placement. We know he's gonna have to be right here, or he's
I
running
think
away.
I'm kind
Yo, I know
of
you're
like
not
lost
talking
this
double
round.
negative.
Yeah.
Ever
just-
since like I felt like a lot of people were shooting when I was saying like don't take a fight, and a lot happened. I was just sitting there and I kind of like felt bad. That's why I was trying to like push up.
Get out of my way.
Okay. You felt bad because like you.
I just felt like everyone's peeking. I might as well take a fight, you know, like
Oh, okay,
don't
okay.
just let them
Yeah,
die,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No, I think that was really good, like how you played that, and because like if they peaked, but they could have died and they could have actually lost the round. So here, I don't know why we have 3B. You should never have 3B unless you guys literally cannot hold B. So I think we heard a raise satchel, didn't we, or was that our raise?
Get out of my way.
No, we heard their raise, so we should be saying raise A, raise A. And that means there's probably more A. I don't think they have a lurking raise. Or maybe they do have a lurking raise.
RP.
Could definitely have said raise A. That can help our Yori get the kill here.
I don't think I
Lord.
probably heard it myself.
Okay,
I, I'll say right now, I think I'm looking for a Jett because we heard her with knives, so I just wanted to see if she was up there.
Okay. The only reason you think she's updrafting is because you're a Jett player. So maybe other Jett players will think that. But most players are not thinking, oh, wait, she didn't have knives anyway. Maybe she already used them.
Yeah, they're pushing B from mid.
She did. She
Welcome
did
to
dash.
my world.
Yeah.
Mid.
Just like
need
right.
to hear that properly.
Yeah, just expect them. I think a lot of. So yeah, right here, we just kind of have to know they're gonna be up here potentially. That was the raise. How did she get there so quick? So yeah, just kind of always
they're pushing B
expecting
from mid.
enemies. You have a slight knife out problem.
Welcome to my world.
That's probably partially of how I play deathmatch. I have like a quick switch. It's not like I don't think it's evident in my gameplay, but anytime I play deathmatch, if I get a kill, I like switch to it.
Yeah. Okay. So here, this is a pretty good angle. Another strat I like to do real quick is right when the barrier drops, or right before it drops, you jump, attach to the rope, and go across to here. This is a risky
Whatever.
strat, obviously.
Yeah.
It's again one to try, one to experiment with.
I think one I usually do if I take the rope is I get on pipes. I don't
That's
know
good
if I
too.
do it this game.
That's really good too. It's again all these things you should just kind of experiment with.
Uh-huh.
I like that
You
you're
trying
trying
to say
this
you
though.
ass, bro.
You
Fight back.
can also crouch
I've
here.
been getting 2 every time I play on B.
I didn't need to break that.
Oh,
Right?
nah, Jay. He trying to
You can if you
say
want.
it's because of you, gang.
Oh,
I think
Maybe
I
it's
would,
the razor, but this kid is terrible.
I'm sorry.
they actually can't be up there
Because of you, gang.
Oh,
where you're looking.
Maybe it's
here.
the razor, but this kid is terrible.
They can't be like
Wait,
right
what?
here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they can be on the rope though. I would always play a little aggressive initially, unless you're just getting absolutely destroyed. But we kind of need to make something happen. We already lost someone. We could wait and play retake, but Again,
We're down numbers.
you're top of your on your team, so you're not. It's not like you're like feeding or anything. You can actually go for a kill here because you have the dash. We're down numbers. We can't play retake, but yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle.
sorry.
We could, for example, play retake with breach ult, but I don't know again if that's something our team is going to actually pull off.
Hey, I just
If
got
I'm alone
this.
on
so-
B, I shouldn't have to adapt. One of you should.
Yo, play the retake. I have ball.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
enough.
I've
Updraft, updraft. Yeah, we should
Play the retake. I have
updraft
ball.
Yeah, I've ult as well.
because you got darted.
Standing.
Oh,
He was one
oh.
shot. Bro, come on. No,
Wait, let me listen. I want to hear.
I got 1.5, bro. Come on.
I have double your kills. Come on.
You want a cookie, bro? Because clearly we're still losing. That's not enough.
Yeah, this is the gold gameplay
And
that we
that's
signed
my
up
fault
for.
or yours?
The
Yours.
brim was like
Alright.
really
Content.
tilted because he'd get like
Not caring
2
about
every
it, bro.
time on B or something.
Yeah. So I think you should experiment with slightly more aggressive positions. Like I said, like the spot up here to the left will always. I swear it'll get you, at least like it'll probably get you 2 kills the next time you play it. But remember
don't
to use the smoke and
remember,
dash
but-
out.
When you're not feeling confident, which probably isn't the greatest form of mix with Jett, would you still do these things and just if you're
Yes.
getting your head ripped off, just
Yes. Well, no, not if you're getting repeatedly destroyed, because you're getting
When you're-
repeatedly destroyed.
when
It's
you're
kinda
like
bad.
getting your head ripped off and you're just not confident you can win a fight because you've been losing them, how would you like play around out of curiosity? Like where would you play?
You should still give yourself chances to take aggressive fights, because if you don't, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But
Yeah,
at the same time, you need to understand your life is valuable for winning the round. So running it down every single round is not good from an objective standpoint, but also hiding and playing back every round is not good for
giving
you.
them the space for freeze.
It's also not good for your confidence, and because I mean, you build confidence through trial and error, and it's okay to not be confident
Yeah,
to
we're
have bad
trying our
games.
best,
But
man.
this is just this is a good spot again, but we like to play back a lot here. So
Be-
like I haven't seen you play an aggressive spot but once, I think, with the
I'm
frenzy.
mad because he.
We always notice how we always rotate through med like this, which again is not bad in and of itself, but it's because you do it so often.
Damn.
My gameplay is really like predictable.
Yeah, it's just kind of autopilot-y, Like
Uh
you have to realize how many other things you could be doing that might benefit you somehow. So activate dash here, it'd be good.
Concussing. Reloading.
Go get 'em.
Time to jump.
I just wouldn't be scared to just like. I feel like you said earlier, you actually do respect your enemies like probably more than you should. I think yeah, your aim might let you down if you were to wide swing right now or something, but I think you can like once you get some aim, you just wide swing some stuff, get a kill, dash out. Like you're gonna realize how pretty easy it is to just secure rounds.
Reloading. Flash out. Fake teleport.
Grenade!
Activate the dash.
Here goes it!
We have a small problem with not activating dash occasionally, I noticed. It's like sometimes you'll just take fights without activating the dash. If you're gonna take a fight, like activate the dash, especially here. Like don't be greedy with it. I just think you're probably not thinking about it.
Grounded.
I think in my
Last
mind I didn't
player
know where to
standing.
dash completely.
Ooh, that was a nice dismiss there. Not a bad smoke, but also there's a little gap there. So here, like we probably just take a little bit of an aggressive fight with the dash again. Like notice how you just kind of come back here.
Blocking sight.
To me, it just speaks volumes. Because with the dash, I'm more confident than I would be throughout the whole rest of the round. So for you, that's how I want you to be. So like right here, we see her right there. So I would be coming. I'm not kidding. I would come through the wall, or maybe even dash out. Which might sound insane, but like that's how I play the game. If I play Jett, instead of coming back here and
Take every
essentially
fight.
just wasting the dash. Not every fight, but in this case, yes, it's a 1v2. Who's gonna win the round? It's gonna be you. So now they're kind of walking you down. You could still win this too.
One enemy remaining.
So now this is where you could jiggle a little bit.
He is
Down
not
B.
one shot.
30 seconds left.
You have 5
Reload.
bullets. Trust me, reload. You're not that guy.
You are that guy.
Clutch.
Yeah, GG.
Maybe you are that guy.
Yeah, he
Okay.
would have won.
But for example, this is good. So this is good. We could have played this. We could have played like this earlier and saved our dash. Like for example,
Blocking sight.
right here,
La-
we get the Jett kill.
Here goes
Instead
Yeah,
of activating
they know
the
I'm up
dash,
there.
grounded.
I think we activated the dash because our Raze ulted maybe. But instead of activating the dash, after your Raze dies, you just kind of come
Last
back,
player standing.
let them push into you, get a kill, and then maybe
Blocking
play around
sight.
your dash. But here, since you activated the dash, I would have just liked to seen you do something, you know, a little more aggressive.
Aggressive with
Yeah.
the.
But really good round. Regardless.
Get out of my way.
I think I came here late just because there's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
like one person here.
Yeah, it's fine if there's one person B. Especially after they just lose B. It seems like these guys are kind of very, very predictable. Very, very predictable. Higher ranked players are not that predictable, but like, so for example, they lost B, they go A. If they lose A, they go B. It's very predictable. Like probably every time that's happened. That's what they've done.
I think they're leaving A.
So now we just run B.
Whoa,
Run B,
stinger
run B, run B.
headshot.
As soon as you see this happen, this means that they're probably gonna go B.
Rotating.
So
yeah.
instantly run B before they can get there, and you're gonna have a good cutoff.
Whoa.
I think I
stinger
didn't. I think I
headshot.
just heard he died. I didn't look how close on like where they were in the
Remaining.
map that he saw. So maybe, and I saw the raise nade. So maybe I thought they were still going.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, good. In here,
One
we could have made it out there, but this is just another example of where aim is just gonna really net you kills. Like right there, boom, he's dead. Right here, boom. He's
You think
dead.
this is a bad fight to take, or you think this is
No,
fine?
this is good only because our breach is right here, and he's peeking. So if you peek this on your own into both of them, and yeah, I think it's not good because it's 4v2, but also we didn't activate dash, so.
Who are you, bro?
Oh,
He threw the fuck
honestly-
out of that. It was
honestly-
it was depressing.
honestly, how mad our team gets at the end.
I don't think I said anything.
Yo, my
But
bad
no,
for
I think
that
I typed
round, team.
something.
My
Nah,
bad, my
15,
bad.
bro. 15. Get me out, bro.
Yeah, we got the egos in gold. We got the ego,
That's a joke, by the way.
the brim ego. This is a really good angle. I'm surprised that you know it.
Enemy spotted A.
They're on A. They're on A.
Yeah.
Enemy kill.
We have retake ults.
I should be playing on site with my raise. I kind of just baited her.
Yeah, I think this is actually where you go like backside maybe. It seems like you're always like a step back, you know, like from where I would want you to be. Like it's like you're almost playing like a sentinel or something, you know.
I think
Or, like,
my
you're playing,
mind.
like, something else like a
I
different
think-
role.
I think in my mind it was I got the pick. Let's play retake, but
Okay.
Reyes was still on site, so I probably should have played with her.
She was Raptors. This is actually really good. Playing retake's also really good, but just like pretty much in every scenario that we've seen from you, you're kind of playing like this. So, but playing retake in this specific scenario is really good. But also, let's say that to our team. Let's say, yo, let's retake with breach ult because breach ult obviously makes retaking much easier.
Yeah, we have a lot of ults.
So comms, your comms are semi decent.
We should wide switch.
What's this?
Here, let's go in though. Let's go in with our Yoru.
We should wide switch.
Here, our Yoru's in, and we just breach ulted. So let's run through with our dash. Let's go. Let's be
Yeah.
fearless. Because like if our Yoru dies, he's not gonna be happy, and I wouldn't be either if you're kind of just chilling here while we just breach ulted. And... Yeah, I
Nice,
think we just want to
nice,
pop
nice,
knives though.
No charges left.
Oh no, that drafts.
Yo, watch this. I'm not even trolling.
I think I'm more comfortable holding an angle with the rifle. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Yeah.
watch
It's
this, I'm
just
not even-
preference,
That's
but
right.
it's just crouch spray, yeah. I'm buying
Right
crouch
there.
for sure.
Nice.
I'm buying crouch for like a week, and
Viper,
just-
68.
there's only a few scenarios where I actually kind of really need crouch, and one of them is to like crouch under stuff to like hide your body, or
Playing dice on Ascent.
yeah,
Is a
that's
good
great
one.
example. But I think the trade-off for you is massive, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Spike.
So we win this round. We got one more round.
Yeah, we do not win the game.
Okay, this is good spot, but you do it too late. You know, it's because you're gonna make
Yeah.
saying that. They might not actually hear you. So here, I would not shoot the first person that you see. Ooh. And our breach
Yeah,
really
probably-
just stunned us, didn't he? He really did just stun us.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Weak.
But like, for example,
But I-
how I'd play this is just hug this wall, like the Raze was earlier. And I think we heard the Jett updraft, so we can kind of wait for her, get the free kill on her. Because she's probably going to be floating to find you. But here we could just wait and let them come up. The odds of this Reyna clearing you, you might think, oh, she's going to clear me. But this is, again, an example of you like overestimating your opponent's or people in this rank's ability. Because they're not going to be looking at you, most likely. I can't say for 100% certainty, but they're probably not going to be looking at you. They're going to pass you. And you can just spray them down. Again, stop spraying. But you can spray at this range.
Yeah. Especially with the Phantom, I'd hope.
You can, yeah, for sure. You can spray with the Phantom.
I think I just
I wanna
either
see
wait
the
out the
rage,
stun
dude.
or rage at my reach.
Launching sight.
I want to see the rage.
Last player.
No
Pete.
way.
Attackers win.
In my mind, I think like as soon as that Yoru lost last round, I like knew it was over.
Yeah, no, it's never over, even though it can feel like it.
I think
Um,
my spirit was crushed after he lost that 2v1.
No, that's fair. Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, so main takeaways. You want me to kind of give you a summary?
Yeah, I was gonna ask for one if you didn't give it.
And I'm recording this so I can upload the video unlisted, meaning no one else
Uh-huh.
can see it, and then I can just link it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. And so the main takeaways are definitely your aim. If that's the route that you want to take to get better, which I would recommend because you're a duelist. So play deathmatch. Consider unbinding
Crosshair
crouch.
placement.
Crosshair placement, yeah, that all ties together. And if there's other mechanics like peeking or something or movement or whatever, definitely like jiggle peeking and how you peek angles and combining that with crosshair placement and just aim in general. That's going to be really important to do in deathmatch.
This might be a dumb question, but when would you jiggle peek? Because you don't do it for info, you jump peek. So would you like the only situation that I think of sometimes is like a split A main. Like I just jiggle peek that and blindly fire shots in case someone's there right away
No, there's
instead
like
of you know.
there's like never a
carrying
bad
it.
time to jiggle peek. That's probably not true, but for your
My rank.
yeah, for just for you, like jiggle peeking is basically always good. And you don't
Got
have
you.
you shouldn't always be like shooting whenever you jiggle in and out. You can just jiggle for information. Actually, jigging for information is probably the most common way that you peek for information that I would
Wouldn't you
see.
just jump peek then, or are there just
Yeah,
situations
you
where
can
it's
you can jump peek if you want, but jiggle peeking is good if you want to get ready to shoot as well, because you obviously can't shoot if you're jump peeking. And jump
Yeah,
peeking is
yeah.
often better for like longer distances, or if you're trying to bait an op shot or something, or a martial shot, or just trying to see what's going on, like what do they have, what abilities, or is there like a killjoy turret or something. But yeah, they're kind of interchangeable, kind of not. Jiggle peeking is more universally used, and so it's a better skill. It's also easier than jump peeking. But jiggle peek from far, like don't be point blank to a wall whenever you're jiggle peeking. That's another thing. Make sure you're kind of farther out from the wall. That's the peeker's advantage thing.
yeah.
And what else do we talk about? Yeah, autopiloting. This is always something that comes
Yeah.
comes up. Make sure that you're always
Switching it off,
Considering,
play
yeah.
reactively.
don't just play differently just to play differently. Do it because you have like a reason. Like, okay, I'm going this way because I already went that way last round. So to be less predictable, I'm gonna go this way. You don't have to think like exactly that, but just kind of intuitively go a different way than you normally do. Even if it makes you uncomfortable initially because you don't know how this is gonna go, or you like don't think it's actually good, just try it. Like if you have the most
Yeah.
crazy thought to like dash somewhere crazy, and then you instantly die, you know, bravo, good job. At least you tried it. And
Yeah.
that's really what counts, I think. What else do we talk about? Spraying. You know, don't spray. Start bursting with the Vandal. If you're gonna spray, start using the Phantom a little more. And still, even with the Phantom, there's situations where you just want to burst a little bit.
Yeah.
So those are like the main things. A lot of your stuff is kind of mechanical. You know.
Do you think it's like that for most people in gold?
Yeah. I mean, gold players, no offense, have a lot of stuff
Yeah.
to work on. But you're surprisingly, shockingly, you're actually better than the majority of players. So
At gold?
yeah, silver is like the median, I think. It's like 50% of players are silver.
Do you
or below.
think? Do you think I'm that far off plat if I just like kept playing?
No.
Cause I've had a little imposter syndrome just cause you know I was barely gold one when
Yeah,
I
I
stopped
think-
playing originally.
I think mentality plays a big role in it as well, and that's not something we talked about a lot. But if you want, I could actually give you my mentality course if you're interested.
Sure, that would be helpful because a lot of my friends think my mental is like my biggest thing more
Yeah,
than
it
anything.
probably is, because for me that's my biggest problem, and it's I think over half this game is mentality, which might sound a bit
Yeah.
over.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe it because I was playing customs yesterday and I felt like I was playing against like some immortals, you know, diamonds, and it wasn't like terrible, you know. They didn't
Yeah.
feel like they were magic or they're just shitting on me. Like I did decent enough.
Yeah, you just gotta take it easy. You gotta be like nice on yourself. It's just like any other situation in life where something bad happens or something doesn't go your way, like you fail an exam, like you don't beat yourself up for it. You just kind of take it easy and, you know, self care for yourself, and then, you know, ask yourself what can you continue doing this game to try to win the game, not give up. Obviously, sometimes it's very easy to kind of mentally give up. Like that game where everyone's just kind of like flaming each other, you could try like saying, "Guys, chill out, we got this," but that requires internal power from you, which is
Yeah.
difficult, especially if you're lacking confidence in that game or whatever your mental struggles might be. But yeah, so I'll link you that. I'll get this uploaded, link it to you later. And hopefully that helps. It's like a 2-hour thing, so you like skim through it, maybe pick the parts that sound relevant to you.
All right,
Um,
that sounds good.
Okay, any other questions?
Uh, how long? How like in plat? Like, what's the biggest thing? Is it really like that different than gold? Out of curiosity.
Um, it's I would say on average there's a lot better aim in plat. So again, that's how a lot of people get to plat, is just through raw aim. But a lot of the people that have good aim don't understand how the game works, and even in like Immortal or Radiant, people don't really understand how the game works. And even I don't fully understand how the game works because I'm not a pro, but I watch people like tend to say how bad comp is just because people run around and like it's deathmatch, right? So people don't really play the game, even in plat like it's supposed to be played. So getting a better conceptual understanding of the game, getting better comms and coordination would help you get out of plat for sure. Depending on, and then again, just raw aim again can get you out of plat, because there's a difference. There's still a pretty significant difference between plat aim and immortal aim. So, but that difference diminishes as you continue to go up. So like the difference between diamond and immortal aim is not as big as gold and immortal, obviously. But right now, if you just focused on the mechanical aspects, you're gonna hit plat, depending on how hard you train in a matter of like a few weeks, I would say.
Okay.
Depending on how hard you train. If you don't
Do you
play a
think
lot,
like
then,
most? Do you think most of my issues are just like my decision making isn't terrible? It should mostly be like mechanics, or do you think it's a mix of both, like equally for me?
overall for you, mechanics right now will help you the most if you work on them. Other things, mentality, that might actually be the most because I can't see into your mind or whatever, but
Uh huh.
that's really important. That could be up there as well. And then the comms, it's kind of not as important, especially in gold, because you can just hard carry on your own, but comms are going to become
Yeah.
increasingly important. So bite the bullet now if you want, but just focus on
Yeah.
mechanics. So for the most part, mechanics and
All right.
mentality.
Thanks. That was
Yeah.
really helpful. It's nice to like, I don't know, get a list, like know what you need to work on. Cause my friends tell me your aim's not it, dude. You know, you just need to make better decisions. You know, or yada yada. But I know my aim feels terrible. I can feel the confidence. You know, like maybe I'm not a duelist. Maybe I'm a duel. You know,
Yeah, you know,
a lot of
have confidence in
overthinking.
yourself. Like, be your number one.
Yeah.
Be your number one fan. Your number one pusher or whatever. And even when you have bad games, like tell yourself you're the best duelist in the whole game, even though you're gold. Because like that's just what counts. Like instead of saying I suck or this isn't, you know, I'm the worst Jett or this role is not for me. That's like planting a seed that's setting you up for failure. So tell yourself the right things to improve, and you will.
Got you.
Yeah, everyone's aim could be better. Even
Yeah.
mine, so. Okay. Anything else?
Nah, that's it for me.
You have a good day. I'll link you this
You
stuff.
too. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Peace.